Warning: this video, along with other Luigi's Mansion arcade videos, contains flashing lights. When I say that, I mean there's a mechanic to make a big flash in the game that you have to use to play the game. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy the video. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Luigi's Mansion Co-op, the arcade version. Whoa, crazy, right? So this time my brother is recording this. He's a little bit off, so there's a light at the right, so, you know, hopefully that doesn't bother you guys. But the way this is I am second player, and my sister's first player. Yeah, either way how we would have done it, there basically would have been somebody out of place, and that just so happened to be me, just because I was the first person to switch with my sister, and we weren't going to just switch seats because A, we had limited time, and B, that would be a little bit ridiculous. Now, one thing I'd like to point out that I think is really, really bizarre, the fact that both episode 1 and 2 are longer than this episode. Now, there's other things that are a little bit strange to point out, like the red ghosts being tiger patterned. I don't know why that's a little bit strange, but they might be red with black stripes. I honestly have no idea. And wow, my sister just survived that hit too. That is crazy insane. I kind of lost my train of thought. Anyway, though, what I'd like to mention is the fact that on the screen before you unlock this level, you actually have it to where it says, it has 3 question marks. And on those 3 question marks, you have, okay, my brother is slowly raising the screen, which is really, really worrying me right now. Okay, I really hope he lowers this thing, because this is going to freak me out. Please, for the love, please. Okay, maybe he's noticing. I don't know. Okay, good, he noticed. Okay, I'm over here just having like a mini heart attack right now. Like, oh no, did he not get the gameplay? But no, we're okay. We're okay. He realized. Anyway though, back on track. The level is actually, before you unlock it, it's a bunch of cobwebs, which, if you don't know, the first boss of the game in Dark Moon is a giant spider, which is basically what I thought it was gonna do, but it's not. And I mean, I guess for a surprise aspect, or if you never make it to this, I guess it makes sense. But why they decided to do that instead of just hiding, like, instead of just showing what it actually was, is a little bit strange to me. And on the bright side, though, you do get to see a little bit of the booth, which is actually kind of an interesting perspective, seeing how all 3 of us recorded this, because this, right now, this is actually a really nice perspective. It's almost like is a little bit of a layout, because you saw I went very close to it, and my sister, she went a little bit further, but you could still see the screen and nothing else. But there's no, like, reflection either. Granted, there's a lot of green lights, but you know what? I'm still very happy that we have all this recorded, because not many people can really say they have all of Luigi's Mansion Arcade on YouTube. I mean, I don't know if anybody would really want to say that, but hey, I can say it once this goes online on YouTube. And even though, yeah, it's not getting a bunch of views, I'm still pretty happy, especially since we did a Luigi's Mansion live playthrough in February. Unfortunately, I can't just tie the whole entire thing together and do Dark Moon or the 3DS remake, since I don't have a 3DS capture card. Little bit of a bummer. Also, those guys are pumpkins, and those guys, I guess, are ghosts or skeleton skins? I don't know, but those make a little more sense because they're more Halloween-y than a Bengal tiger? I mean, hey, you know, if tigers want to be Halloweeny, I guess so too. Oh yeah, those guys are now Frankenstein colored, which for some reason I forgot. I have no idea. Listen, it's been a little bit of a while, so I do apologize for that. Okay, so something that is topical though, and sorry if I get interrupted by the notification because I haven't put the warning thing in yet, and I figured I'd do the commentary while that was loading because that just makes sense. Oh, okay. I guess I didn't have to be that worried about it. Okay, I thought maybe I would have had to. But what I'm doing tomorrow is I have to wake up so early, which is why I'm doing this at 9:50 p.m. But I have to wake up so that I can go to GameStop and go in line at like 7 a.m. to wait for the NES Classic, which is having its re-release, which very fittingly, Crash is coming on that day, even though I have that pre-ordered. But they literally just came out and we're like, oh, hey, by the way, we have the NES Classic that's coming out. So I had to do 4 edits today, including this, which, I mean, I just had to do post-commentary for this. Oh, and he's Fire, which I strangely never realized, even though I played it. I think I was more focused on the hearts and how we were both doing more than the actual graphic design of it. But, yeah, where was I? Oh, yeah, the classic. Okay, so I made a layout for it, and I actually really like the layout. It's something that I've never done before, except for the Karavitz Maitreya layout, which actually was for Gorilla Cyclones, obviously. And it more so had, their heads. Oh, yeah, and this, yeah, you might remember this scene. It's actually pretty cool. The boss is very, very different from how Dark Moon's was, though. So, there is that to keep in mind. I think there is a part that's similar in this cutscene I feel like is reused from the game. But again, it's really, really hard to say. Okay, back to this layout thing, just so I can finish this up. I made NES controllers, and I moved them around and made, like, this very simple background. But there's just a bunch of NES controllers that I made. I made my own assets for that, putting Nintendo and Select and Start. I actually forgot the A and B button. I forgot to label that now that I think about it. Whoopsies. And, yeah, there's no hope of reading this text. So, my apologies. But I will like to say one thing. King Boo in the GameCube game looked really, really good. And they really emulated it in this game. They kept that, like, creepy look. I mean, he does look like he has really, really bad eyeshadow. Like, he's going to some costume, well, not costume party, but some, like, very rich, fancy party, and he just didn't know how to use makeup. He was using makeup for the first time, and he just smeared that mascara all over the place and eyeshadow. Yeah, eyeshadow. Not that I really should know all of this. But yeah, the way this boss works is that there's a portal. And what this portal will do is it spews out ghosts. In the actual game, what would happen is after that, I believe you went into the vortex and you did this little chase sequence where he chased you and you had to defeat him or something like that. I'm remembering that. And I know it wasn't from the first one. I know it was from Dark Moon. But in this game, it is a little different. I'm not going to spoil it, considering it's literally in a few minutes. And what you need to do is you need to, obviously, suck King Boo up. You hit him with a flashlight, and then use the poltergust. Now, the cool thing is, he splits himself in 3, 2 fakes and 1 real. You can tell by his HP which one is the real one. Which, I mean, sure, games have done that before, but it's still a really cool idea. And there again, with my sister having the upgrades, which is kind of funny, but kind of cool when you really think about it. And the other thing is, if you're like, well, why aren't you just using the flashlight immediately on King Boo? He does have that force field that you can't use it. You can't destroy King Boo with, but it's the same as the Mirror Sisters, I think. They had... No, the brain ghost in the first stage. He had the exact same thing. Now, the way this phase works is you had these spiky balls coming after you, and they did a ton of damage. If you got hit by them, it was pretty sure to say game over. Yeah, I actually forgot about this multitude of boos. However, I got it. I got some King Boos in there. And, well, one of the King Boos, because he splits himself into two now that I think about it. And did I get this last one? I don't actually remember who got this last one. Okay, I got the last one. Nice. But, again, he just says, yeah, nope, I'm good. I think she still got the power-up, though. I'm not exactly sure how those power-ups work. And now, here's for the fun part. Oh boy, the part where you have to go, grab your cards, and immediately try to revive, because you are on a timer to revive. Yeah, he summons the spike balls, and if you do not suck them up, they will come after you and basically immediately kill you, which, yeah, we really weren't the best at times. I did pretty decently, but I didn't think of the fact that when she ended up getting KO'd, they would come after me. Yeah. Also, I'm not sure if my brother missed any recording or not, which I'm hoping not, but I think he got most of it. I think he at least got the KO. Yeah, because King Boo's at 15. And I get King Boo. And I don't know if all the cutscene stuff will be there. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. And it's really fun to do this arcade stuff. So next time we'll do any more arcade, it'll be some Mario Kart stuff. Stage clear, guys. Keep your toes safe.